Welcome to another edition of CHP Talks. I'm here today with special guest Sushila Pereira and CHP leader Rod Taylor. We're going to be talking about a few different things, and particularly CHP's emphasis on being pro-life. So Rod, do you want to introduce Sushila to our guests?
Yeah, very good. Yes, it's a pleasure to have Sushila Pereira with us today from Oakville. Sushila was a candidate for the Christian Heritage Party in 2019, and we thank you, Sushila, for carrying the banner of life, family, and freedom for us in that election. And it's great to have you with us here today. Sushila comes from Goa in India. She has 2 children and 4 grandchildren. She and her husband live now in Oakville. And she has a number of things that she's going to share with us, but she does therapy with those with addictions. And that's, one of the ways that she serves the people of Canada. And thank you for doing that as well. There are people out there that are hurting and need help. So we thank you for that. So just welcome to our program today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rod and Peter.
Yes. So I'm wondering what actually got you interested in politics in the first place? How did you sort of get started on this?
It's funny because I was never interested in politics before. But when I came to Canada, and then even I've been a long time in Canada, 20 years. But in 2018, when we were in Oakville, that was the first time I saw this article in our local Beaver asking people to apply for a town councillor position.
Right.
So I just read the requirements, and they were not that difficult. So I said, maybe I should just try and, apply and see what happens. So I did that. I went and got my papers from the town of Oakville, and I submitted them, and they said, we'll let you know in a few days. And guess what? They called me and they said, okay, you're in. So I was really happy about that. And so it was a good, very, very good experience because I'd never done that before. But, I love people, and going knocking on doors, that was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And I'll just put that out as an encouragement to anyone watching who has considered getting involved in politics. Running for municipal council is definitely a great way to get started, really get to know your community. And it gave Sushila an excellent footing as a CHP candidate.
And speaking of becoming a CHP candidate, what motivated you particularly to join the CHP and to serve as a candidate? We're very glad that you did, and you did a great job. But what was it about the CHP that attracted you?
Yeah, CHP in the first place is Christian, and it always promotes the Christian values and of life, freedom, and family. That was what attracted me the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of those topics, anything that you would want to emphasize for us or discuss?
Yes, and also that they are 100% pro-life and support women, in their pregnancy. I really like that, and that's what I really want to do. And the reason why I want to do it is because I've had the experience of abortion, and I was never happy about it, not till today. I really, really regret what I did, and it was wrong, completely wrong. So I want to support women who are pregnant and let them know that, having a baby is such a beautiful journey that you go through. You're pregnant, you come to know that there's another human being inside in you, and you're going to give birth to that little child. That is really, really important. And that's why I want to support CHP all the way.
Yeah, I sometimes say, abortion isn't something you get; it's someone you lose, right? And
Yeah.
people are focused. The media seems to be focused on the idea that people are entitled to have this. Well, it's not something you're entitled to. It's
It's so wrong.
Society, and women need to be made aware before they take a step that they will often regret for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that's lost that cannot be replaced in this.
Yeah, and it's a new life, and and it's going too far here in Canada. Even after the baby is born, they say that they can ask the mother whether they want the baby or not, and it's not acceptable.
Yeah,
there have been instances, yes, of infanticide. Yeah,
hundreds of babies left neglected and left to die.
That's really
so-called
amazing.
failed abortion, and that's it's not only a tragedy, but it's illegal, and yet the powers that be seem to wink at that and just turn and look the other way. They don't want to know about the hundreds of babies that have been left to die in a cold back room in a hospital.
It's terrible.
And can you talk a little bit more about your
And I want to also mention something. During the course that I did, the drugs and alcohol addiction course, it was a short 10-month course, so that's the reason I actually went into it. But maybe the Lord has had another reason for me doing it. And there was a girl who joined at that time, and I gave my testimony in the class with the teacher there, and they really appreciated my testimony and what I said. And the girl, this friend of mine, was in the class with me. She was actually pregnant at that time.
Oh.
And she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything to me. But after the course was over, then we had a graduation and everything, So at the graduation, she met me and she told me, Sushila, you know what, that testimony that you gave us at the class, it really touched my heart. And I was pregnant at the time, but I had not mentioned it to anybody because she was not even showing. So she said, I kept my baby.
Oh,
so that was really, I felt so good about it. I said, I've got to tell many more people my story and they will definitely keep their babies. Yeah.
That's a good news story because and that's obviously what we hope to do, is not just to come along afterwards and clean up the damage, but to give people the information and the motivation to do the right thing so that they can enjoy the blessings of family and new life, right? So thank you for being courageous enough to give your testimony in that setting. It must have been a little bit of a challenge for you.
Yeah.
Did you find on the campaign trail, I don't know how many debates you may have been in or interviews as a CHP candidate?
We had a debate here in Oakville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
we had a debate. That was the town councillor debate, but we didn't get in. We didn't get in the debate which was held at the Toronto.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult market in Toronto sometimes for candidates to be in debates. Toronto is not easy on the small candidates necessarily. Keep trying.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's nice about the northern BC where I am, is that there is a public expectation and acceptance of all the candidates. I think I was in 7 or 8 debates in the last election and different towns. And even though many people do not agree with our message, unfortunately, they haven't thought enough about it. Still, they're willing to sit and listen to our point of view during a debate, and that's something that we're losing across the country.
Yeah, exactly. We have to get more candidates and do our best.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, Peter, did you have something else you wanted to ask there?
Well, I want to make sure that we really do emphasize, the point that Sushila made in terms of her testimony affecting one other person. And if you're watching this video and thinking, wow, we need more of that, just go ahead and share it. If you're on social media, it's often easy to do, and maybe it will affect someone. Maybe you'll find out, maybe they'll say, I watched that video and it changed my mind about abortion. Maybe you'll never know, but please do that. It is a courageous thing that you've done, even again today, Sushila, in terms of telling our audience what has happened. But you've given us hope, right? And you gave a young lady hope, and she's kept her baby, and that's a wonderful testimony.
Yeah, and
who
knows what lies ahead for that baby? That baby, may accomplish great things. Every human being has worth and value regardless of their achievements. But you think of, for instance, the man who brought the Bible to Ravi Zacharias when he was, in a hospital bed as a 16-year-old, and then that man was just being obedient. But later on, Ravi affected probably millions of people around the world. And so,
you know what? I just came to know Ravi Zachariah just recently. I watched his video and I said, oh my God, how come I didn't? And then he goes and dies. And I said, oh my goodness, like I did not even get to know him personally. And he's already gone, like 19th of May he died.
He spoke, we were privileged to have him speak at our Hamilton convention in 2014.
Really?
Yes. My wife had a Christian bookstore here for 24 years in Smithers. She sold a lot of his, books and tapes and things. And of course, anytime we would travel, we would listen to his messages over and over again. So the good news, even though he has passed on.
I know, and he is such an amazing guy. My goodness, I'm so glad I got to meet him at least.
His messages are available, right? And both on YouTube and through CDs.
His videos are out. Yes, I've watched a few of them. Yeah.
A great Bible teacher and apologist, someone who was able to reach into various groups in our culture, whether universities that are sometimes hostile to the Christian message. He had a grace and a way of presenting truth that was acceptable.
He was really fantastic.
Well, do either of you have some final thoughts before we wrap up this conversation? Sushila, do you have something that you want to share in particular or emphasize?
I would like to just, be very empathetic with women and let them know that they can be brave and courageous and not, listen to the noise that comes from the outside. And just do the right thing, make the right choice to have their baby,
Yeah, very good. And, so I would just like to say, it's people like you, Sushila, that allow us to present biblical truth in the political realm in Canada. We're in a mission field of sorts among the political class of Canadians. We're trying to bring our word in spite of a hostile media, in spite of society that has been largely uninformed or ill-informed about some of these issues. And it takes people like you to bring those issues during the campaign. And so we hope for many more like you to step forward and be willing to, present biblical truth in a political setting or against a political backdrop, because we really care about this country of Canada. We're coming up tomorrow, or I guess this week is Canada Day. And
today's so happy Canada Day to everybody.
Yeah, we're recording this prior to Canada Day, but we're going to be celebrating this country, even though it's a country full of a lot of tragic situations and troubles that we're standing against. But it's still a great country. We're all pleased to be a part of this Canada. hope one day that we will be able to say Canada is maintaining its place in the world as a
Right.
bastion of life, family, freedom, hope, and justice, right?
Yes, I hope so too.
Well, thank you again, both of you. This has been a good conversation. Again, everyone watching and listening, we hope that you'll share it, that you'll sense the empathy and the hope that we've heard from Sushila, and pass it on to others, and work together for life, family, and freedom. God bless you all. Have a happy Canada Day. We hope to see you next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sushila.
Thank you, Rod. Thank you, Peter. Thanks, everybody watching.